So when you're talking about the lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. A lot of people don't realize what the lymphatic system does, but it goes throughout the body and it collects all the metabolic waste, any toxemia, any viruses, any dead microorganisms, any unutilized minerals, any unutilized.
Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry about that.
So when you're talking about the lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. A lot of people don't realize what the lymphatic system does, but it goes throughout the body and it collects all the metabolic waste, any toxemia, any viruses, any dead microorganisms, any unutilized minerals, any unutilized amino acids. Go through and they eat and engulf these cells, they degrade them and break them down. They go through a state of autophagy and then they get them out the body. So I'm going to show you how to activate that system and how to drain the lymphatic system. So this is the first exercise. The first exercise, we're going to start, and we basically finna move the subclavian area where you talking about the subclavian vein, and this is called the cervical area. You take 2 fingers and you actually go towards your collarbone, and we're going to do 9 times. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry.
So
I apologize. I touched the screen.
The lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. A lot of people don't realize what the lymphatic system does, but it goes throughout the body and it collects all the metabolic waste, any toxemia, any viruses, any dead microorganisms, any unutilized minerals, any unutilized amino acids. Go through and they eat and engulf these cells, they degrade them and break them down. They go through a state of autophagy and then they get them out the body. So I'm going to show you how to activate that system and how to drain the lymphatic system. So this is the first exercise. The first exercise, we're going to start, and we basically finna move the subclavian area where you talking about the subclavian vein, and this is called the cervical area. You take 2 fingers and you actually go towards your collarbone, and we're going to do 9 times. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going axillary. Your axillary lymph nodes are right up under your armpit. 1, and literally try to cuff and grab up under your underarm because you got 7 lymph nodes right here. And this is why a lot of women get breast cancer. So you go to the axillary area, you get your finger, you just 1 and grab, pull it before you can move those lymph nodes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, once you do that, you're going to take your fingers, make the Star Trek sign. All right? You're going to go cervically behind your head. Now we're in the peripheral node area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y'all see that? Now we're going to go. We got to go maxillary. Maxillary, remember, is right behind here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nasal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My nose is going to start running already. I feel it. 7, 8, 9. Now we go to the memory. Memories, you always do circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coming down to the middle of your gut, you have something called the cisterna cali. So you take your hands like this, put it on your stomach, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 2 of your hands, get your fingers, go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take those same fingers, go up, because we want to move this nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to what you will call the iliac node. It's right here on your left side. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So now we're in the pelvic. You're going up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reason why we're in the pelvic area, because that's where what at? Your appendix. Now we have to go to what you will call the inguinal node. The inguinal node. So you spread your legs, you get your fingers, you go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you got to go back to something called the popliteal. The popliteal node, which is behind the knees. You bend down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we did that. We got to go back through and we got to tap everything. So since we started at the collarbone, you start to tap. You tap everything, you massage. Now it's time to bring things in circulation. Circulation, you cuff your hand, and then you lift out your arm, and this is going to bring everything into circulation. Now it's time to start to get the lymphatic system circulating in the blood. We do this in 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Three times. The monks do this all the time. The monks at Shaolin Temple. Now we know that the calf muscles is the second heart. It is actually what helps you get the blood throughout the body. So once you're done doing this lymphatic manual movement or manual draining exercise, you have to pump everything by way of the blood and by way of the lymphatic system. You don't have to jump on your feet. Just get on your tippy toes, and you're going to do 20 of these. Because the calf muscle is going to pump all that blood back up into my cervical area, back up into that subclavian vein. And we done. Get loose. Do that every morning. Every morning, every rising when you get up. I promise you, your lymphatic system will move. Your glymphatic system will move. That's free knowledge, free information, and it will change your life. Promise you.
Okay, stop share.
Can you put that in the chat? I'd like to really go through that.
Okay, I sure can. I sure can.
Did you see? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I liked how he went through that whole practical application of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it came about clear with him doing it versus me trying to teach it or do it or whatever. But I'm glad he did. And let's see. Now, I know, first of all, greetings to everyone who arrived. We have a new guest, I know, Patricia.
Welcome, Patricia.
Grand Rising.
Mm-hmm.
She's my cousin, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I invited her. I'm glad she came. But if some of the things here you might remember because I talked about the lymphatic system, So we have videos on all of that. If you want to learn more about those systems, because you know they are, the lymphatic is for the body, and glymphatic system is in the brain. So it all drains.
Mhm.
But one example, as he was doing it, I remember I've been doing this as well personally, but I've been feeling drainage, and I feel it in my spine, in the base of my spine. I can feel it, so I know something's working. So in my spinal cord, because that's how it goes from the brain to the body. You get
Mhm.
drainage.
Mhm.
So I will give a testimony that does happen when you do those, when you touch different parts of your body the way he showed it. It will drain. Let's see. And it's interesting. I might have shared this in previous talks. That there are different areas that the drainage goes to, and that's the liver and the kidneys. It's going to initially go there. It's going to go to those. As you move around, the blood is going to go to those organs. But then you'll find that it wants to come out. So it can come out through your skin, as well as, let me see, make sure I got this right. Oh, your urine and your bowels. So the blood and the whatever needs to come out can come out through those systems.
Mhm.
Um, so keep an eye on those. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to share? Um, just that this is important thing to cleanse the body. So it can help cleanse different things that are going on in the body that you might not realize. The body knows though. So if we kind of help it out by, massaging areas, touching areas, like he was cupping and hitting it, clapping, those are good. Does anyone have any experience in doing any of this or have heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it as well.
Okay. Yeah, so like he said, you can do it daily. So if you can put it into your little repertoire of things to do on a daily basis, it'd be helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, but let me see. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, Queen, if you can share where they can look at past videos.
Um,
Is Grand Rising Elizabeth, right?
yeah,
For YouTube.
though
Is today's show being recorded?
it
Yes.
is. It is.
Okay, cool.
It is Grand Rising Elizabeth's, or is it S? Anyway, either one of them. I just checked yesterday and I have to refresh.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Pull your
Yes.
camera down more, honey.
Oh, okay.
Your
I
chin is,
can't see myself right now. Okay.
there we go. Thanks.
No problem. I need to get something higher. But anyway.
Did you see the place that his facility? He had a video. I think I sent it to
Yes.
you.
Yes. Thank you for sending that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have seen that. And the Joy was on here. I wonder, no, she hadn't been to his place, I don't think. Even though it's in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's where he is. Um, but I think he's across town from where she lives, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she got off the call up to show.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, are you, Joy? You you can speak more to that. Where is he exactly?
He's on the south side of town. He used to be in North County, but now
Okay,
he's on the south side of town. He got a bigger facility and expanded
okay,
on the south side of town. Plus, I think it was probably cheaper.
okay, good, good. Well, thank you for sharing that. Because I know it's in your hometown, so
Yep.
yeah, so one day I do want to go.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Christelle, she was key in bringing Yaki Awaken here to Detroit. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, thank you. No, no. I went to that. I went to that event. But he's still going around cuz I think he was in Chicago not too long ago. And
Yeah,
so
he was here in June 7th.
right, right, exactly. And so yeah, he's still moving around, getting the word out. But I
Mhm.
know in Chicago because they're having so much, stuff going on in regards to let's see, the police and all that, he's really going to, I mean, he addresses the mindset too. Because
Yeah.
we can have the body together, but sometimes if the mind is not right,
Mhm.
it can cause, we got to be in a good state in our minds too. So he talks a lot about that. Yep. So let me see. I'm trying to reiterate some things here so we can leave with a nice plate. Um yes, important to understand that we have our body, we have lymphatic system. We drain in different toxins, everything can be drained in the body through the lymphatic system. And then our brain, is the glymphatic system. So that drains as well. So a lot of issues we are having comes, from the brain. And so we got to make sure we tap into both of those areas, the body and the brain. Um, and then one key component is the spinal cord. So that spine is very key in connecting that lymphatic drainage to the lymphatic drainage. So it all go that spine is important. It really is important. So that's why when people say spinal injuries that they can get and it affects the brain automatically because it's connected. Yeah, so
Mhm.
I just wanted to share that it's important if we can take another look at those videos of the lymphatic system and glymphatic system um, because it's good to know about it.
I see.
Um,
All right.
right, right, right. And then that spinal cord. I mean, that's important too.
Mhm.
So it's ways we can, massage and get things moving, which is important. Because we always talk about, we got to keep moving, walking and running, but we got to do the internal movement too. It's important. We can do that too. Um, so we saw Yaki doing it, a practical application. So I would definitely put that out there so people can view it. Um, let's see. And I did definitely want to share again that I have done those massages and you feel movement in your spine.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel drainage all the way to the end of the spine in my back, near my bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does. I testify on that. It does work. Um, yeah, so anybody have any questions?
So when you do that, when you do the lymphatic exercises, or what is it it's supposed to do for every organ, or how is it? Because I know that the lymphatic system is kind of like part of the circulatory system, correct? And
Right. Yeah, so it's moving blood. You're just moving blood and
mhm,
so it's not really a particular organ,
mhm,
but it's just moving the blood around the body.
to help keep all the organs healthy.
You have to do that, give it nutrients because it circulates. So you're gonna get nutrients to the organs as well as drainage. Really, you want to try to get, it's really about drainage because it's gonna get stuff during the lymphatic, movement. It crosses things that need to be out of the body. So
Mm.
it gets rid of toxins and different things. So it's going to the areas that can release those toxins. So that's what it's doing. It's cleaning up and giving nutrients to as it revolves.
Lakeisha's hand is up.
Oh, hey,
Liter-
Lakeisha.
Hi.
Literally.
Okay, that'll work.
I was trying to find
That always works, though.
So what about, does it help with blood clots? Like with your lymphatic system, like does it help with, blood clots? Because I heard a couple of people, some news of people, if they had made it to the doctor and tell like they had a blood clot that moved all the way to their heart or their lungs or different things like that. So does that help
It's
with blood clots? Do
interesting.
you know?
Even as I did my research, I didn't specifically see anything about blood clots except the fact that when you're moving your blood, but I don't even understand a clot per se. I got to look into that. Is it blocking blood flow, I guess?
Mhm.
Or does anyone know? Somebody might
Yeah,
know.
a blood clot can definitely block blood flow.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with a blood clot in my lower left, no, my lower right leg at one time, and also I had a little tiny one in my lungs. So
Okay.
if you don't move stuff along, like they tell people when you're on a plane or you're going to sit down for more than 2 hours to get up and move around, because when you're sitting still, or even if you're sitting at home around, you need to get up every couple hours and move, because then you're not circulating the blood in your body. You're just sitting there at rest and things can go stagnated. So if you don't get up and move around, your blood doesn't flow like it's supposed to flow. And if you have any pre-existing things going on in your body, like maybe high blood pressure or I don't even know what else to think about, but high blood pressure is one good example. You can use that if you have that going on in your body. High blood pressure constricts your vessels, and when your vessels are constricted, the blood doesn't flow as well. So if
Right.
you happen to develop a blood clot, that blood clot can sit there as a result of you not moving stuff around. And then at some given time, that blood clot can move if you maybe massage. I know somebody who actually died from massaging their calf. He went and got a massage, and after massaging the calf, went to the bathroom and collapsed and died. I know people who have died from blood clots because they moved. They usually start below and then
Okay.
they go up, because the way blood flows is in a circular motion.
Right.
So anything that's down has to come up. And
True.
if that blood clot comes up, it can settle in your lungs and it can settle in your heart, and it can cause instant death, or it can cause shortness of breath. It just depends on how big that clot is.
Right.
So movement is very important. And I'm thinking that lymphatic, when you're draining your lymphatic system, you're draining excess fluid that may be toxic in your body, and you want to move that fluid along. So if you got toxic things going on, I don't think that necessarily, and I don't know for sure, that having excess fluid or lymphatic fluid in your system actually leads to blood clots. But I do know that if you're sitting around and you have some pre-existing ailments going on with you, you can be at risk for developing blood clots. That is not good. Actually, my husband was just diagnosed with 3 blood clots just this
wow.
week.
Mhm.
And that was a result of bilateral, meaning on both sides, bilateral peripheral arterial, what is it called? arterial something in his legs. It's the arteries in his legs
Okay.
that were blocked from the blood not flowing well. And that blood not flowing well was a result of years and years of being a diabetic.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, if you're a diabetic, you get the sugar in your blood. And if you get sugar in your blood, that makes your blood more thicker.
Exactly.
So if your blood is more thicker, it's not moving along like it's supposed to. And so as a result, what it does is it like basically shuts down every organ in your body eventually if it's not treated.
Wow.
So what happened was it caused him to have arterial blockages in both legs, which led to decreased blood flow to his lower extremities.
Okay.
Pain, decreased blood flow, and you can tell that by putting your hand on a pulse that may be down by the foot or behind the knee to see if those are pulsating. But yeah, he ended up with 3 blood clots because sitting around too much, not doing much, and blood not flowing like it's supposed to.
We definitely are praying for him and the strength and
Yeah.
But thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keisha, I hope that helped out. If you can share.
It did. I had another question. So when you go to the doctor, like, do you have to ask them to, check for blood clots, or do you think that's something that they automatically do? Or like, how would you even know? Like, it seems like people don't know. How would you know? Or would you have to ask them to check? Can you check to see if I got any blood clots? Is that what you would do? Or
Well, when you go for your regular physical, they're not going to just check for blood clots. You have to go in with some symptoms. Like most symptoms of blood clots is pain in your calf or pain in your toes or your feet. And if you have pain in your calves, like when you take your foot, say your foot is like this, and you take your foot and you bend it backward this way, if you feel pain in that calf area when you bend it back, that could be a sign that you have a blood clot. Or if you have coldness in your feet or numbness in your feet, that could be a sign of blood clots as well. But if you share with your doctor what you're experiencing, they will check for blood clots. And if they check for blood clots, they usually just do an ultrasound, checking to see if you have a blood clot. And that's how they diagnose it. But you have to give them something to work with, or they'll just be doing diagnostic tests for no particular reason.
Exactly.
Why would you do it if you didn't know why you were doing it? So the insurance company will definitely want to know why you're doing it.
Okay,
and so
thank you, Stacy.
another thing, not just below the calf, it could also be shortness of breath, because when it lodges in your lungs, you have shortness of breath. And if anybody experienced shortness of breath just out of nowhere, it's a very good idea to go to get checked to see if you do have a blood clot. Because some people are born with ailments that put them at risk for blood clots. Like I was born with factor V. Didn't know it until about 13 years ago. I was born with factor V, and factor V it deals with the cascading effect of how the blood clots itself. And if the blood cascading effect is not right, or your numbers are high when it comes to factor V, then you at high risk of developing blood clots. And so my twin sister had a blood clot in her lung, and they put her on Covington. And then she was on Covington for 6 months. And then a couple of years later, out of nowhere, she threw 4 clots, 2 in the upper lungs and 2 in the lower lungs. And when they do that, then they told her, well, you have a history of blood clots. We're going to put you on Covington for the rest of your life. So it wasn't until after she passed, she didn't pass from the blood clots, but after she passed, I developed a blood clot. And I believe it was because I was just a new nurse, and I had a job where I sat in the back seat of the car and I sat down most of the time. I didn't do much. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't really pain, but it was tightness in my leg back there in the calf. And I just went to them and told them, and they looked at it, and yeah, lo and behold, I had a blood clot there. And so at that particular time, I told them, I said, hey, my sister had a history of blood clots, and we're twins. And I would like you to check me to see if I have any predisposed ailments that would cause me to have blood clots in the future, because if I have one now, why did I have it? And I want to know if there's something I can do for preventing from having one again, because that could be instant death,
Right.
And when they checked it, they put me on the heparin in the hospital, and then they put me on Coumadin. After I got out of the hospital, they said, well, we can't do the test until after you stop taking the Lovenox and the heparin, because the test won't come back right. So when I got home, I took another blood test after I was off of those medications. And lo and behold, that's when they found out that I had factor V.
Oh, wow.
And so now
Okay.
I know I was born with that. Both of us was born with this antibody in our blood. It's an antibody that we were born with that predisposes us for it. And I remember my mom telling me when I was a baby, like before I turned a year old, she had to rush me to the hospital because I turned blue.
Mm.
And I guess they just didn't have enough knowledge back then about factor V and what it could cause. And so I guess my circulatory system got back going good again. And then there wasn't a problem anymore. But it wasn't until after I graduated from nursing school when I developed that problem. And I was really active in moving around. But when I got to the point where I started sitting down, yeah, that's when it happened. So
Wow. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're better. Oh my goodness. Yes.
yeah, I have to be on Coumadin for the rest of my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
I
do.
have a question. Are you saying cumin as in the seasoning?
Coumadin.
Oh, Coumadin.
Coumadin is
Oh, okay.
another word for warfarin.
Okay, got you.
Warfarin and Coumadin is the same, not cumin. I know what you think about.
Okay. All right.
No, not the seasoning, Joy.
Okay.
So there's nothing that you can do. Would it help to like thin the blood? Like, isn't it something that you can do like to thin your blood? Because like cumin, you could take that. I thought that's supposed to kind of like help thin the blood, or no?
Cumin does, turmeric does, garlic does, vitamin E does, all kinds of stuff thin the blood. However, when I started on this, I know that the Coumadin, they call it rat poison. That's what they actually call it. And so it's not rat poison. It's a prescription medication that thins the blood. And the reason why I got the name rat poison is because when they were doing their clinical trials, they tried it out on mice, just like they do most medications. And they found that this medication thinned the bloods of the mouse. And they knew that because when they gave them too much of this, it actually thinned their blood so much that they bled out. So whenever you're on a blood medication, like even if you're on, like, say you do garlic every day, or turmeric every day, or cumin every day, or ginger is another one that thins your blood. Like right now, if I drink too much ginger tea, my levels will go high. So I know it thins the blood, but I don't know exactly how it affects it. Well, not how it affects it, how much it will thin the blood in the absence of warfarin itself.
Okay.
Because it's a really tricky thing. So what I did, because I'm not coming off of Coumadin until I know that I have initiated some things that thin my blood up enough, because I want to go the natural way of thinning my blood. However, I got to be very careful. So what I did was I asked the doctors, instead of me going to get my levels drawn once a month, it used to be once a week until I got therapeutic. But when I go to do my levels once a month, I asked them to allow me to get the machine where I can do it at home, just like diabetics prick their fingers and they can get their blood levels from that. That's what they do. They can prick your finger and they can get an immediate result of how thin your blood is right there at the blood drawing station. I said, well, let me get one of these at home where I could do it myself. And I actually have it where I do it myself every week.
Oh, great.
And so I can do some trial and error. I can take garlic pills every day, or eat garlic every day, or do a regimen of turmeric or ginger or all these different things every day, take vitamin E, just to see how high it goes. But I have to check it on a regular basis. I have to say, hey, I want to see if this is going to affect me and how soon it'll affect me. And then instead of checking once a week, I probably want to check twice a week just to see how it goes.
Right.
Because there are different things that you can eat. It's amazing how food interacts with your body and what it can cause to happen. Because with Coumadin, if you eat too many greens, and that's for some people, I don't eat too many, but if you eat a lot of green stuff, it has vitamin K. And what vitamin K does is it prevents the Coumadin from being as effective as it should be for thinning the blood. So it'll cause your numbers to go down and your blood to be less thin.
Oh,
On the
wow.
opposite
Okay.
end of it, that's because it contains vitamin K. But on the other end, with the other stuff that thins your blood out, you really have to be careful as well. So it's a balancing act of making sure that your blood is flowing good and that you
Oh,
don't get a
good.
blood
Oh,
clot.
wow. That's good sharing because
Yep.
this body is amazing, but
Yeah.
we got to be on top of it. So thank you for sharing that.
You're
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
Is there anything else? Anybody have any other questions? Thank you, Lakeisha, for sharing, asking the questions.
Hmm. I would like to ask Lakeisha a question. Um, um, what are in your facility that you're creating? What kind of things will be like? What kind of services are you including in there? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
we plan on one offering salt therapy. Salt therapy is to help people with respiratory issues and skin conditions
Mm.
such as COPD, asthma, bronchitis, skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, different things like that. So even though it's geared towards people with respiratory issues, it's really good for everyone. Everyone needs to clean out their lungs. We have a lot of pollution, in the air, different viruses and different things like that. So it is a good routine to have. There has been talk amongst, the network that I'm a part of, Salt Therapy Association, that the doctors may allow people to use their medical for
Oh,
that particular
nice.
treatment. Yeah, that would be really huge.
Yes.
We also, for those who've never been in a salt cave, but it's just particles of salt that you breathe in a very relaxed, comforting environment. Most people fall asleep during the 45-minute, session. Also, we'll be offering flotation therapy. Don't know if anyone has ever floated, but floating is amazing.
Wow.
It's like
It
one of the
is.
best rests
Hmm.
ever. You'll be in a float pod. You can have it open or you can have it closed. You can have music if you like, or not. But when I tell you, the first time might be a little challenging because it's new, especially if you close the pod,
Yeah.
so you really don't know, and you just got to get you just got to let go, almost like let go, let God, just relax.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, the second, third, fourth time, oh my God, you're gonna sleep like a baby. You have to be careful, because you are oversleep. If you stay too long, they gonna charge you more. But yeah, it's the best rest ever, and it's really big. Only actually have a veterans. It's highly recommended for veterans, and it is a nonprofit organization that will pay for veterans to actually float. That's how good it is for regarding
Wow.
stress, people who have trouble sleeping, just anxiety and all of those different things. They actually, have that. And we all know sound therapy
Yes.
also is really good. A lot of people don't realize that music heals.
Yes.
They have different frequencies and vibrations. I mean, for anything, you can go on YouTube University and pull up meditation music for pain, extreme pain, light pain, for weight loss, for cancer, has different frequencies. I think that's frequency 10,000. So they have different for anything that you can think of, you know, anything that you could think of. There is some music that can help you with that. you know.
Yes, that's gonna
Um,
be beautiful
you know,
when you
the
have that.
magnosphere and some other, some other things. But yeah. Of
Wonderful.
course, a health store.
Mm.
Also, with Natural Living by Design's amazing products would be in there, and also a health juice bar. So there
Oh,
will be like
nice.
a juice bar in there also for people to get healthy drinks and different things like that.
Okay.
So
Wow.
is this place in the making or it already exists?
No, it's in the making. Right now, we're actually having a building fund. So we're working on, a building fund, to raise money to get that. And I've just applied for some different grants and Detroit Elevate and some other things to help with that.
That
Part
is
of the
awesome.
book proceeds also from Building Wealth, Building Legacy. For those who don't know, I had an opportunity to write a book with one of the co-author a book with one of the original sharks on Shark Tank called Building Wealth, Building Legacy, the Entrepreneur Guide. And part of the proceeds of that is going towards the Salt Cave as well.
Okay.
And
Oh.
Stacy, you had your hand up.
Yeah, so when you go in the salt cave is when you go in there, will there be an assessment that you will do for people before you will allow them to be actually in the salt cave or experience the benefits?
Well, there will be something they will have to, fill out before they actually enter the salt cave, and it'll have, do you have these elements, this, and you may not, want to go in there if you decide to go in there anyway. They have signed like a
Yeah,
disclaimer, I guess.
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah, they will have to do that.
that's what I was wondering because
Yeah, before they go in.
yeah, because everybody won't be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there definitely will be. So we've done a lot of extensive research. We've also have been into salt therapy, locations. It doesn't necessarily have to be the ambiance what we are creating. You don't have to have all of that,
Mm-hmm.
but we want you to feel like you're on a vacation. We want something, the ambiance. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing, to be like, wow, salt cave, to
Right.
emulate, not just salt therapy. I think that the ambiance and the excellent customer service is really what is going to,
Bring you
some
back.
be the thing. And if it's done right, typically they end up being a tourist attraction for the
Okay.
city that they're in. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's excellent.
You on mute, Queen.
So have you been to King's Ball yet?
I have not gone to King Spa. I am very familiar with it. My sister loves it, raves about it. I've been on the website several times looking at all the different things that they have. Last couple of times I was in Chicago, we didn't go, but that is one of the things that will be on the bucket list. But I have been to several salt caves and several
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
flotation companies, and I see that was one of the homework assignments actually for retail boot camp, Tech Time Retail Boot Camp, to do the research and go to each of these different places for whatever your service or whatever you want to do and see what you like, what you don't like, look at the color schemes and just in depth things that we normally
Yeah.
wouldn't, maybe the normal person wouldn't look, be looking for. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's another question I was going to ask. What was the other question? Oh, so have you been in those machines it's long with the water where you lay in and when they close it the water is massaging your whole body. I was in Omaha. I think it was in Omaha when it was they had them out at the mall and you just get in there and when they close it, you're just almost like floating, it's just that
Mm,
the water is massaging your whole body. It is
Love that.
mm,
That sounds
wonderful.
amazing.
No, I've
Yeah.
never done that.
Yeah.
That sound good.
I
Oh,
know.
you can feel it.
I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah, and so I
Love water.
always wanted to have that in, my natural hair health and beauty kind of thing. That was on my list to have those that people could just go in, you know, put the money in and get in and stuff like that. Those type of things where you could just walk in and get those kind of services like, your feet just go sit down and put your feet in that thing and it massage, especially if you did that in particular thing at a mall or
Right.
something. Do malls exist anymore? I don't
No,
know.
that's so true. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
you
still
found one
exists.
every little around some places, but they're not like they used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Area they
Mm,
got
mm-mm.
Briarwood Mall. It's still kicking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like going to malls no more. They too big. They're overwhelming. I'm like,
Right.
I go to the stores on the outside. I ain't going in.
Right, just go in.
Right. Right.
I don't know how they're
Usually the
surviving.
stores on the outside are the most expensive ones.
Yeah, I don't know how they're surviving.
I know. It's a new
Mm-hmm,
day, truly.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, this has truly been a wonderful show. I truly appreciate the questions that people have brought to surface. Um,
Did you put it in the chat, Boo?
oh, no, I didn't do it yet. I didn't do it yet. Let's see.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, you guys can talk while I do this. See, that's why I didn't put it in the chat because I ain't
Does it
want.
takes time?
I know it does.
Oh my goodness
Well,
gracious.
It does. But
I will be posting a podcast today um, entitled Detox Your Mind,
Mm,
the holistic approach to having a total body transformation and it being, starting with the mind. So I haven't posted it yet. By 11 o'clock, it will be up.
mm-hmm.
Have any hiccups with trying to get it edited? Because I do have to edit it and get it put up. But yeah,
Are you enjoying yourself doing
I
that?
am. I am enjoying it a lot. It's like, wow, the things that I'm able to learn,
Mm-hmm.
teach myself and then teach others. It's just mind blowing. Like understanding the whole, when we talk about detoxing, we always think about detoxing from food, but we never talk about detoxing the mind and how you can go about detoxing your mind,
right,
Mm-hmm.
is real important. And I learned a lot from, just doing this, having a spiritual detox, mental detox, emotional detox, it all, fits
Yeah,
together holistically. So
yeah, yeah,
I'm having fun from the standpoint, like I don't know if I said that before, because it's so holistic that every area of your life can be touched dealing with it from that standpoint. And you know how they tell you to niche down, niche down, niche down? Well, I niche down to holistic, and holistic is very broad. And I'm glad about that because I can talk about a whole lot of things dealing with mind, body, soul, and spirit, emotions, and all of that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
And everything, I mean, I can talk about any and everything, basically, and it deals with that. So
That's good.
mindful
Lakeisha?
living, mindful living with Nurse Stacy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like,
You should,
subscribe, and share, and comment.
you can always like, when you use your Opus clip and get just a little clip that when we do your show on
Mhm,
Tuesdays, you just hit your little commercial that,
mhm.
look forward to this or, just you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play around with that today. My
Mm-hmm.
goal is to
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of shorts out because
Yeah.
I'm noticing as I'm looking at other people's stuff, the shorts that they do. I'm like, dang, these shorts is what's getting them a lot of time and getting
Mm-hmm.
them a lot of, views, and also getting a lot of clicking on their link to
Yes.
their YouTube page. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that with me last week, because I'm like,
Mhm.
I put that in my head and it's stuck in there. I'm gonna do Opus. I'm definitely
Yes,
gonna do it.
yes, yes. This weekend I go to the AI.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited with my son. And that is amazing. And just how God has hooked all this up for me. Oh my goodness gracious. We're staying at a new bed, B&B,
Where's it at?
and it's in Atlanta,
Okay.
and one of my one of his best friends, he's into the bed and breakfast, the all of that, and he has a new house. And oh my God, when I saw it, I was like, babe, we should stay a few more days. Cause we're just in and out,
Right.
stay a few more days and stuff. So we're not, we'll be back, Sunday. But how God just just moved for me, and I had to remind myself that
Hmm.
God will move for me, so
Yes, yes.
everything that came, I just like I know this is what I need. I know and desire because of the things that I do.
Yeah.
So learning about that, and he was cutting the prices. And then I'm looking at this, oh, I got to pay for that. And then they did a synopsis of all the weekend, and they said, no, just do that, and then you won't, it'll show up as zero.
Mm.
Like, and then another one, and it'll be the da da da. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my
my
goodness.
God, this is just so good,
Wow.
so good. So I've started my third round about, my third round.
Oh,
I
yay,
got all of this. Um, I've written, every time I would do it, I would put a date beside that particular day. So it's all full. I can't. So this is my third round, but I did this so that I can keep up with it.
yay. Okay.
My third round and stuff. So yeah. Just experiencing some wonderful
Abundant.
things.
Well,
Wonderful.
I'm glad that God is working for you in that area. I'm really glad for you because in a community like this, when God works with one,
It
it
works.
spills out to others. And so
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get on Friday's show because I was so busy. And I'm like, well, let me get on anyway. I know I'm kind of busy. And then when you told me, have you ever heard of Opus? And I'm like, that's what I need. That blessing you was blessed with spilled off to me. Now I'm going to get into it too. So,
Yeah, believe me, I'm going to share what I'm learning. I'm going to share with you all.
Thank you.
And
Beautiful.
it will have to be on on a different platform, um where we on Zoom, but you know yeah,
right.
we have to stick. One of the things that we have to do, and I know we're past the 2:10, but when as stylists, when we would go to a conference and stuff, and you had to pick what classes you want, each of us
Right,
would take a different class. Then when we
Mhm.
come home, we would share with one another what we learned.
right. That makes sense.
Right. And
Mhm.
some things you pay for, and maybe you're paying $5,000, $10,000 for that. In my case, because I have, all of you, it would be silly of me to learn it and not share that with you. All of us can learn it together. You know, it's some things we would do and say, you learn, we'll pitch in and pay for it, and then we all share
Right,
that
right.
same information so that we're not alone, along with, whoever you always have their Facebook people and all that. And I know there's going to be over 1,000 people there,
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
it'll be just real hands-on stuff. But for us to come back as an organization, just say,
Yeah,
okay, let's take a time and let's just learn this stuff together.
Yeah.
that's a good
And
thing.
then you can also, like for this particular program that she has, you would have to take her class to do that. But this basic stuff, oh yeah, you have to take a class so she know you exist. If someone needs something that you have to offer, she needs to know that. So I just want to share that. Yeah, yeah, it's
So it has a
and she
networking piece.
encourages, because she's teaching you so that you can help others, and that our people are taken care of. We have to do that.
Wonderful.
We have to do that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I know we can talk on and talk on. We can do it, but I want to
Let me
make sure
go.
everybody can go on with their day. So let's give ourselves a hug.
Mhm.
Well, excuse me, before we
Oh,
we go, my name is Patricia Dotson. I am Deitra's cousin.
Hi.
And
Hey.
hi, everyone. It has been a pleasure being on your podcast with you. I have enjoyed myself tremendously. I
oh,
did not
wonderful.
I did not want to interrupt anyone. I've just been absorbing and enjoying every input and all the information. And just as you said, what we learn, we share with one another.
Yes,
And
yes.
each one of you, from your backgrounds, you have so much to give. And it has truly, truly been a blessing today to be a part of your group. And I thank you so much. And thank you, Deitra, for the invitation. God bless each and every one of you.
Well, thank you for
Yes.
sharing your
And
word.
tomorrow is gonna be fun.
Right?
Can't wait to share Wealth Building Wednesday tomorrow. Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yes. And
Awesome
you're
stuff.
doing a wonderful job, Lakeisha. You're out there, out there, out there doing it, you know.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you can go ahead and just complete it. Thank you, Patricia. Come back 5 days a week. We're here.
All righty. Yes, indeed.
And how she says Deitra. She hits
I
all the
know.
We have one other person that says Deitra.
Right. Deidre.
All right, go ahead. You can complete it.
Okay, well, let's give ourselves a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Love on ourselves. I mean, ooh. And then we're gonna hug the world too because we want to share this love. We want to
Yeah.
give this world love,
Mhm.
and we're gonna sprinkle. You can just sprinkle down some goodness. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I mean, truly, your presence always is a blessing. Always, your mere
Awesome.
presence, your presence. Yes.
Great show. Great show.
Peace
Um,
out.
Peace out.